and welcome to David Herkey's Flight Sims, and you join us at the Fly-by-Wire Mod 4 of the Airbus Neo. Let's see what we can do with this, with the brand new Multi Crew Experiennce package for Microsoft Flight Sim. Preliminary cockpit preparation checklist.
Preliminary cockpit prep checklist. Engine master switches.
All off.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Wipers. Battery switches.
On.
A PU fire test.
Perform.
Could you please confirm that?
Check.
A PU start.
Check.
Cockpit lights.
As required.
Parking brake on.
Check.
I beg to disagree.
Set.
Acupressure and brakes pressure.
Check.
Flaps.
Check.
Speed brakes.
Disarmed and retracted.
Probe and window heat.
Auto.
A PU bleed air.
On.
A PU.
Check.
OK. Check that item again.
On.
Will you? Now set. Overhead for white lights. Not sure.
Extinguish.
It's checked.
Extinguish.
Electrical panel overhead. Ventilation panel.
Check.
ECAM pages.
Check.
Emergency equipment.
Check.
Exterior check.
Performed.
Preliminary cockpit prep checklist complete.
Thank you. Before start flow.
Did you request something?
Before,
Engine start.
Before start flow.
Before start flow. Heat camp doors pressed. Flight director enabled. Crew oxygen is set to auto. Load sheet checked. Takeoff data set. FMC for takeoff. Ground power unit disconnected. Pushed back clearance. Flight deck door thrust. Lever idle. Parking brake set. Beacon lights switched on. Ready for engine start.
Thanks.
Always at your service.
Over to tower.
Affirmative. Roger. Come 18.4.
Thanks.
Forget it. Got that. Press radio 1, VHF, push button 2, get frequency synchronized. Captain. VHF 1, tune 2, Blackpool Tower.
Blackpool Tower, Herkey 231, ready to copy IFR clearance to Ronaldsway.
Blackpool Tower, Herkey 231, ready to copy IFR clearance to Ronaldsway.
Herkey 231 is cleared to India Sierra Lima Echo Oscar Foxtrot Mike Alpha November Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 2A climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.775 squawk 0571.
Blackpool Tower, Herkey 231 is cleared to Isle of Man Airport as filed. Climb, takeoff runway 28, climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.775 squawk 0571.
Herkey 231, please acknowledge.
Herkey 231 cleared to India Sierra Lima Echo Oscar Foxtrot Mike Alpha November Airport is filed. Takeoff runway 2A climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure on 118.775 squawk 0571.
Herkey 231, read back correct. Contact ground on 118.4.
Start engine 2.
Gosh, confirm once more. Engine start.
Yes.
Lovely. Starting engine number 2. Start valve open. Engine 2 and 2.
What's the temperature?
Fuel flow. Engine 2, OK. Outside temperature is 14 degrees Celsius.
What's the wind speed?
Got it. 2 knots.
What's the wind direction?
Yep. 270.
What's the Q and H? What's the Q and H?
Roger. QNHs stated differently. 1013 millbars.
Thank you. Thanks.
Very kind from you. Starter cutout. Engine 2.
Thanks.
Forget it.
Ground from flight deck.
Welcome again, Captain. Shocks are set. You can release the brakes at your discretion. Thanks.
Mechanic push back to the left.
Beginning the pushback. We'll come up with the answer in a minute. Roger, Captain. We're gonna start pushing to the left.
Mechanic push back left.
Roger, Captain. We're gonna start pushing to the left.
Mechanic push back straight.
Pushing straight back.
Mechanic push back left.
Roger, Captain. We're gonna start pushing to the left.
Mechanic push back straight.
Pushing straight back.
Mechanic stop push back.
Stopping the pushback.
Ground from flight deck.
At your service, Captain.
Mechanic, you may leave.
I'm about to disconnect. We'll give you a hand signal as soon as possible. See you, Captain.
Start engine 1.
Got it. Start switch engaged. Engine 1. Start valve open. Engine 1 and 2.
Thanks. Thanks.
My pleasure. Fuel flow. Engine 1.
Thank you. After start flow. After start flow.
After start. Starter cutout. Engine 1. Takeoff config selected. Heat cam page checked. Anti-ice is required. Check Capu master is off. No blue.
This aircraft has 6 emergency exits. 2 exits are located in front, 2 at the wings and 2 at the back. They are marked with the exit sign. Illuminated escape path markings on the floor lead to these exits. Each seat is equipped with the safety belts. To fasten the seat belt, fit the 2 ends together. Tighten it by pulling the loose end. To unfasten the seat belt,
checklist.
lift the upper part of the
After
buckle.
start checklist.
Your life vest is located under your seat. It is sealed
Engine
with a plastic
generators.
bag. When instructed
Check.
to do so, take a
Engine
hold of the bag
start.
and take the life
Check.
vest out.
Fuel
Pull the
pumps.
life vest over your
Check.
head.
A PU bleeds.
Check.
A PU.
Check.
Spoilers.
Check.
Doors all green. Slides.
Check.
Beacon light.
Check.
After start. Checklist is complete.
Thanks.
Always
Before
your
taxi flow.
trustworthy assistant. Set up for taxi or tow brake. Set to maximum. Fasten seat belt signs. Switched on. Taxi lights. On. Navigation lights. Set to on. Spoilers disarmed. Wing lights. Turned on. Cabin call please. Emergency lights. On. Turn off lights. Switched on. Taxi flow complete.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Engine wing anti-ice.
As required.
ECAM status.
Check.
Wave off mechanic.
Received.
Auto brake max.
Check.
Seat belt sign.
On.
Before taxi checklist is complete.
Thanks.
Forget it.
You're not flying this unless you're flying with Multi Crew Experience with a co-pilot. What is your name?
I am Jess. I am very upbeat today.
Good.
Captain.
Thanks.
Yep. Both VHF-1 and 2 are active now.
What's this idiot doing here? Eh?
Yep. Too early for ETA now. Appreciate your kindness.
Oh, MSFS. Sorbo, please sort this out.
HSI
What's he doing
range
there?
reduced.
No business being on the taxiway when a jet is taxiing. Fool. What an idiot. Sort it. Runway entry procedure.
State runway. OK, cancel flow.
Runway entry procedure.
State runway.
28.
Hydraulic power transfer turned on. Runway and heading confirmed. Clear right.
Clear on the left.
OK. Clear on both sides.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Thanks.
OK.
Flaps 2.
Flaps 2.
Thanks.
Flaps set. You're welcome.
Okay, so we'll taxi down to the end of 28. There's no taxiway direct there. We'll hump in the runway there. Get to the end of the runway, speak to you again soon. So a special feature of Multi Crew Experience is the air traffic control contact that we have all the time via a PTT button on your joystick, on your keyboard, We can talk to ATC whenever we like, but we can also ask our first officer, co-pilot, to do the communications for us. If we're busy, head down in the FMC, selecting an approach. We can ask her or him to talk to ATC for us with the command, your radios. And you'll hear me say that at some point during this next leg. Just another feature of MCE. You really do need this with this aircraft, this superb fly-by-wire Airbus Neo. Thank you, fly-by-wire. This is magnificent. This is just what we needed, just what we wanted, and it works. Okay, here we go. Before takeoff flow.
Before takeoff flow, transponder, traffic advisory, landing lights, switched on, turn off lights, on, taxi lights, selected, on, wing lights, now on, auto brake, set to maximum, auto thrust, on, spoilers, armed, ready for checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Transponder.
Checked.
Landing lights.
On.
Auto brake maximum.
Checked.
Auto throttle on.
Checked.
Spoilers.
Check.
Flaps.
Check.
Trim.
Check.
A PU.
Off.
Controls.
Free and normal.
Thrust mode.
Set.
Air conditioning packs.
As required.
Takeoff memo.
All green.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Flaps.
As required.
Transponder.
Auto.
Before takeoff, checklist, complete.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Over to tower.
Yep, sure. Come 119.95. Press radio 1, VHF, push button 2, get frequency synchronized. Captain, come radio, tune 2, Blackpool Tower.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Blackpool Tower, Herky 231, ready to go, runway 28 IFR to Ronaldsway.
Blackpool Tower, Herky 231, ready for IFR departure runway 28.
Herky 231 cleared for takeoff runway 28.
Blackpool, Herky 231, clear for takeoff, copy, runway 28.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28, Herky 231.
Your radios.
Yeah, my radio then.
Down.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 28, Herky 231.
Power set.
Takeoff power set, flex go. Acceleration confirmed.
Thanks.
That's very kind from you. 100 knots.
Check.
V1, rotate. V2, positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear, coming up. Gear, up hand, secured. Affirmative, with
Going to 118.775, Herky 231.
Manchester Centre, Herky 231, bye-bye. Dialing 118.775.
Autopilot on.
Just airborne. Autopilot enabled.
After takeoff low.
After takeoff low. Taxi lights turned off. Turn off lights turned off.
Manchester
Spoilers
Center,
disarmed.
231 is climbing
After
for
takeoff procedure
2,100
complete.
for 8,000 feet.
3231 Manchester Center. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Climb flow.
Climb thrust.
Climb flow. Climb checklist.
Climb checklist. Landing lights. Transition altitude.
Check.
Check the item again.
Off.
Landing lights off. Packs.
Check.
Double check that. Captain.
Skip item.
Yeah, I jumped to the next item. Gear.
Up.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Flaps.
Up.
Confirm the captain.
Up.
Could you confirm that?
Up.
Speed brakes.
Check.
Climb checklist complete.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Why you need a first officer. Can't fly this alone. They don't do it in real life. Why do it in simulation? You need MCE. Get it? Person right there, sat in that seat, is your first officer. Your MCE first officer. Get it? Climb checklist.
Climb checklist. Landing lights
Off.
packs.
Check.
Check the item is as you stated.
Skip item.
Checklist item. Skipped. Gear.
Up.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Flaps.
Up. Up.
Speed brakes.
Disarmed.
Climb checklist complete.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's that. Enjoy the short flight to the Isle of Man. It's a very short flight. Not much time. But I think quick. Ascent, cruise, descent, landing. Everything's done very quickly. Very easy with MCE. Got a co-pilot, got a first officer. In the cruise.
In the cruise. OK, cancel flow.
In the cruise.
In the cruise. Fasten seatbelt signs. Now off. No smoking signs. Off. Setting altimeter reference. It's 29.92 inches. Cruise.
Another essential item, you have to get the little nav map. Look at this. All the airways.
Roger.
Just what you need.
Sure. OK. Could you confirm that? Sorry, missed the transponder
Cancel.
code. No probes. I can live with that.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
See, you're talking to the first officer all the time, so be careful what you say. She can hear insults as well. Shh.
Please expedite your climb to 8,000 feet.
Select commanded altitude.
OK, beginning flow. Pull altitude managed.
Thanks.
My pleasure.
Rocky 231 climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Roger.
Climb and maintain
Herky
10,000 feet,
231.
Herky 231.
A very short flight this. It'll be very quick. Pilots remember Ramsey? You always get Ramsey. Anyway, that's what we want there. In the cruise.
In the cruise, seatbelt warning lights selected off, no smoke lights turned off, setting altimeter reference to standard 1013 millibars, cruise.
The detail on this map. Fantastic. We'll see what runway it gives us.
Herky 231.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Herky 231.
Select commanded altitude.
Roger. Performing procedure. Pull altitude managed.
Speed below 185 knots. Expect ILS runway 27 approach via Lima Papa Lima transition. Clear to Lima, Papa Lima. Rocky 231, you are 24 miles east. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 26 approach via Romeo Whiskey Yankee transition. Clear to Romeo Whiskey Yankee. Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Keep speed below 185 knots.
Affirmative. Expect vectors. ILS approach. Herky 231.
Maintain present heading and altitude. expect ILS runway 26 approach by Romeo Whiskey Yankee transition clear to Romeo Whiskey Yankee Herky 231.
Herky 231, contact Ronald 3 approach.
Now watch this.
135.905.
Direct approach, CF26.
Selecting. Have you had a bad night?
No. No, not yet.
135.905 for Herky 231.
Direct to CF26. That's gorgeous. That's just what we need. A direct approach to a approach waypoint. Yes, thank you. That's just what we needed. CF26. Direct to. See that? That is what we wanted. No going back to here. Nope. We're going to CF26 and then onto the ILS, which is here. Yep.
Ronald's Way approach Herky 231 4,000 feet.
Herky 231, Ronald's Way approach. Continue to Romeo Whiskey Yankee as planned. Altimeter 29.902.
Now, because we've shortened the approach, we should be going to Ronald's Way and then out to FF26, CF26. We're going direct to CF26. So the dumb MSFS Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't know this, so we've got to cancel it.
Ronald's Way approach Herky 231.
It doesn't know what we're doing.
Cancel IFR at this
We've
time.
no way of telling them.
Herky 231, IFR flight plan is cancelled.
So we cancel that IFR and go direct.
Maintain VFR.
It's too complex for them to work out this just yet. Go nearest airport list. And full stop.
Ronald's Way Tower Herky 231 is 11 miles east with Echo to land.
Herky 231, Ronald's Way Tower. Flight straight in runway 26. Altimeter 29.902, wind 2748.
Get it? See what I'm doing? You'll work it out.
Make straight in runway 26 Herky 231.
Because the Microsoft Flight Sim ATC doesn't let us do this, we've got to cancel that airfare. We've got direct. Yep. Approach flow. Approach flow. Approach flow. Sorry. Approach flow.
I can keep controller happy. If you like, turn off lights, turn on auto brake is set to medium, lock star, no blue, set for landing.
Please see the customer service agent meeting the flight or the video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your
Positive
continued
rate.
safety, flight attendants now
Affirmative. Landing runway, Herky 231.
We'll collect any
Speed.
off-service items,
Check. Flaps
newspapers, and
forward.
any other items that you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for
Flaps
landing,
extended
please
full.
turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices within all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelt. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you.
Land man viz.
Landing manual. Okay, landing manual visual. Runway lights.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
This is the way we do it. Land man viz.
Landing manual. Okay, landing manual visual. Runway lights.
Thanks.
At your service.
Reverse thrust.
Reverse thrust.
Okay. Thanks.
At your service. Ground spoilers deployed. Reverse thrust deployed. 70 knots.
Out of reverse.
Out of reverse. Reversers are in.
Clean up flow.
After landing flow. A PU. On. Spoilers disarmed. Slats retracted. Transponder standby. Engine anti-ice. 1, 2 selected. Off. Wing anti-ice. Off. Landing lights. Switched. Off. Strobe lights. Selected. Off. Spoilers disarmed. Turn off lights. Turned on. Auto brake is set to off. After landing procedures complete, Captain.
Please remain seated with the seatbelt securely fastened until the aircraft has reached its parking position and the seatbelt sign have been switched off. Please continue to observe the non-smoking sign. On behalf of our airline, we would like to say goodbye to you now. It was a pleasure having you as our guests.
After
and
landing
look forward to
checklist.
welcome you on one of our aircrafts again. Thank you.
Landing lights.
Off.
Engine wing anti-ice.
Check.
Engine mode selector.
Check.
Flaps.
Check.
Speed brakes.
Check.
Radar.
Check.
A PU.
Check.
Continue with ground. Herky 231. Not sure. You checked that. Is the item really as you state?
Say again.
A PU.
Checked.
Please check status again.
On.
Double check this. Captain.
Skip
A
item.
PU. Now set. Normally. Start. After landing. Checklist completed. Okay. I discard current item.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Ronald's Way, Heavy 231. Request taxi to parking.
Ronald's Way ground Herky 231 request taxi to parking.
Herky 231 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Bravo.
Ronald's Way, Herky 231. Taxi general aviation parking. Taxi Alpha Bravo.
Taxiing to general
Roger.
aviation parking
Taxi
via
to the
taxiway
gate.
Alpha
Herky
Bravo,
231.
Thanks.
Always. Your trustworthy assistant.
Extremely tight around here.
Flaps 2. Flap set.
There he is.
Okay.
Shut down flow.
Shut down flow. Parking brake. Set. Taxi lights. Now. Off. Beacon lights. Turned. Off. Navigation lights. Switched. Off. Generator. 1. Now. Off. Shutting down the engine. 1. Generator. 2. Turned. Off. Engine shut down.
You really need
2. Seatbelt signs. Off. Skipper. No smoke lights. Selected.
Multi Crew Experiennce.
Off. Engine anti-ice.
Look at it.
1. 2. Now. Off.
All
Wing
the flows are
anti-ice.
there.
Switched. Off.
can
Done.
make
Clear
them
captain.
yourself.
Ready for shutdown. Check.
Everything.
Fuel. All fuel pumps.
All
Off.
there. Including checklists, everything, and you can script these yourself if you like. Box scripts. These are all your flows. You can do all these yourself if you like. You can put sounds in. You can do anything you like. You really need this program if you're going to fly the Airbus.
Identifying. VOR 1. No useful signal on this freak. Cap.
And she talks to ATC as well. How about that?
I am Jess.
Thank you.
Always at your service.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.